rise to participate in this Take Note debate, in particular reference to the answer given by the Leader of the Government, the Honourable Damien Tudorhope, to a question by the Honourable Penny Sharp in respect of whether or not he would apologise to the people of New South Wales for the inconvenience that this government caused yesterday by shutting down the rail network. And instead of answering the question truthfully and honestly, the Leader of the House reverted to type and attempted to blame the workers on that rail network and their union for what happened yesterday. And I want to set the record straight, Mr. President, because I think it's important that the chamber and the public know how our industrial relations system works in New South Wales and Australia. The Fair Work Commission is a body whereby workers represented by their unions can go and apply for what we call protected industrial action, which means that if you wish to take legal industrial action, you apply for a suite of actions, you get the agreement of the Commission, and then it's legal to go out and do that. And the idea is that the employer, in this case Sydney Trains, can predict how to run their service. So what we saw yesterday was run-of-the-mill industrial action that the Sydney Trains were not prepared to accept, even though they'd pre-agreed to them in the Commission. And instead of abiding by that ruling and understanding full well there was the particular case of altered work, which was given notice of back in 9th of February by the union that this would happen, instead of understanding that this was going to happen and planning for it, what they did was got together and cooked up this idea and said, look, let's just shift the blame back onto the union and the workers by shutting down the rail network so that people will think it's the union going on strike that shut down the network. That network could have run on Monday, despite the actions that were listed, those legal actions, but the government refused to run the network. It refused to run the rail network because it wanted to cause inconvenience to the commuters of New South Wales so that the commuters of New South Wales would try and take it out on the rail workers and the unions. Well, guess what? The reason those services are running today again is because that exact same suite of industrial actions is still legal, it's still in place, and Sydney Trains and the Minister have now accepted that, and that's why we've got train services running today. So the fact that we're back to normal today with no change whatsoever in those industrial actions tells you exactly what the motive of the government was yesterday, and it's absolutely disgraceful that a government would lock out workers legally trying to negotiate an outcome for their agreement.